Why your sacrifices to water may fail. In African spirituality, water rituals or sacrifices are sacred acts of appeasement to the forces of the water spirits. Done correctly, they bring healing, guidance, and solutions to deep personal struggles. Yet, many people complain. I have gone to many places, spent so much money, but my sacrifices still failed. Some even say their case became worse after the ritual. Frustrated, they begin to wonder, why is it so? Why were their sacrifices not accepted? The truth is this, there are deep spiritual reasons behind failed water rituals. If you understand them, you will know how to align yourself properly with the forces of the waters. 1. Wrong priest or priestess. Not every spiritual worker is called to handle water rituals. Working with the ocean or river spirits is a special calling, requiring the ordination of the water goddess herself. If the person performing the sacrifice is not truly a priest or priestess of the spirits, the waters will not recognize the ritual. Story example. A woman once told me she had gone to 3 different prophets by the river. Each time, she was asked to bring goats, chickens, drinks, and large sums of money. Yet her situation only worsened, her dreams were full of floods, and her business collapsed. When she finally came for proper divination, it was revealed that none of those people had the calling of the waters. They were only using her ignorance. Once the correct priestess, chosen by the waters, intervened, her case turned around in weeks. 2. Sexual interference. Sexual acts can disrupt ritual energy. Many failures happen because the priest or priestess had sex with the seeker before, during, or after the sacrifice. The seeker had sexual intercourse with someone else on the day of the ritual. This disturbs spiritual purity, and the water spirits, being highly sensitive, will reject such offerings. Women must also avoid performing sacrifices during menstruation. That period is sacred, and water spirits rarely honor rituals done in that state. Story example. A young man came to me complaining that his last river sacrifice backfired. He admitted that on the same day of the ritual, he slept with a woman at night to celebrate. He thought it was harmless, but in truth, he had broken the energy seal. The water rejected his offering, and the very problem he wanted solved grew worse. 3. Wrong intention. Some approach the river seeking to separate from their water spirit instead of appeasing it. This is a great mistake. Water spirits are family, they are to be appeased, honored, and reconciled with, not chased away. Story example. A woman with repeated broken marriages went to a river shrine. Instead of reconciling with her spirit husband, she was told to cut it off. After that, her spiritual dreams became terrifying. Only when she humbled herself, accepted the water spirit as part of her soul family, and performed reconciliation rites, did peace return to her life. 4. Lack of knowledge of your spirit. How can you appease a spirit you do not even know by name or identity? If you don't know who your water spirit is, what name will you call when you arrive at the river? If you don't know what your spirit requires, how will you know the exact items or the right number to bring? If you don't know the covenant terms, your sacred day, how to dress, when to appear at the river, how then will you fulfill your part of the relationship? Story example. One man kept offering food and drinks to the ocean for years with no result. Through divination, it was revealed his water spirit was not of the ocean at all, but of a small ancestral stream in his village. He had been speaking to the wrong house. Once he returned to that small river, his offerings were accepted, and his life shifted. 5. The power of names. Names carry vibration. Many people abandon their native names given at birth and adopt foreign names they consider more modern. But understand this, your true name, especially your surname, is often the key that unlocks your water connection. Story example. A woman known everywhere as Blessing came for divination. But when I pressed her, she admitted her birth name was Oninyeki, a name full of covenant meaning. The moment she reintroduced herself to the spirits with her original name, the doors opened. The waters recognized her instantly. 6. Language matters. Your ancestral tongue is the voice your water family knows. If you abandon it and attempt to call them in English or another foreign language, you complicate everything. Story example: I once saw a woman pray to the river entirely in English. The offering seemed lifeless. When I encouraged her to switch into her childhood tongue, the entire atmosphere changed, the wind rose, the water rippled, and her tears flowed. That was the moment her spirit family heard her clearly. 7. Disrespect and carelessness. The heart you bring to the ritual is just as important as the items you carry. If you argue, over-negotiate, or show greed while buying ritual materials, your offering becomes tainted. If you pollute the water body, throwing dead animals, drowning sacrifices, spilling blood recklessly, you disturb the natural harmony. Story example: a man bought the cheapest, half-rotten fowl for sacrifice, thinking the spirits will manage it. The river rejected him. He learned the hard way that the quality of your heart shows in the quality of your offering. 8. Neglecting ritual conduct. Certain small acts can hinder your water sacrifice. You fail to dip both legs into the water. You refuse to bathe afterward, avoiding contact with the water. You didn't even wash your face, treating the process with arrogance. Story example: I once guided a seeker to a river. After the offering, he refused to bathe, saying, "I don't like river water." That same night, he dreamed the river spirit turned away from him. Only when he humbled himself, returned, and washed properly did the spirit open back to him. 9. The source of ritual funds. The money you use for the sacrifice matters. If it came from selling ancestral land, borrowing under pressure, or from unclean sources, it carries negative energy. This energy can overshadow your offering. 10. Timing. Water rituals are most powerful at dawn or late at night. These are spiritually potent hours, when the veil between worlds is thinner. Story example: a seeker once performed the water ritual at noon, in full sunlight, with many passers-by watching. Nothing happened. When he repeated the same offering at 4 a.m., the atmosphere changed completely. Visions came, and his spirit family responded. The role of divination. Before any sacrifice, divination is essential. It reveals the right river or water body, the proper ritual items, the exact sacred day approved by your guiding forces. Skipping this step is like walking into a sacred temple blindfolded. You will surely miss your way. Final words. Water sacrifices are not mere traditions, they are covenants between humans and the living waters. They demand purity, discipline, and true spiritual connection. If your sacrifices have failed before, ask yourself, was the priest or priestess truly ordained for water work? Did I maintain sexual purity and energetic cleanliness? Do I even know the name of my water spirit and the covenant I share with it? Am I honoring my native name and language, or hiding behind foreign ones? Did I treat the water, the market, and the ritual itself with reverence? When you approach water sacrifices with the right heart, the right guide, and the right knowledge, the waters will respond with healing, guidance, and blessings. For more teachings and solutions to your spiritual challenges, stay connected with Izaku Herbal Medicine. Turn on your notification bell for wisdom that restores balance between man and spirit. I am Chinoza Ikeoma.